What's going on, my friends? It's the Beard here, and today we're back with the Hunter Call of the Wild. That's right, we are on the grind, we're on the hunt. We're doing everything we can in this glorious, glorious national park. We're in Medved, one of the newest maps brought to the game. It was a DLC. I've got my trusty little quad here, as you can see. I've been going around and just unlocking some of the points of interest, most importantly, the outpost. Just got this one done, got this one done. And, you know, I've gotten a pretty good feel for the game now, and I've kind of got a little bit of a strategy on how to start and move forward. I'm not going to share all that today. I'm going to do a separate video on a, tips and tricks type video on how to get started and what to do. The best thing, I should say the most beneficial thing, would simply be to get your gun on. Now, you're going to go through the ammo, guaranteed. So you need to find a place like this, which is the outpost. You got a locker cabinet right over here, and that's where you can buy your ammo. It's expensive if you want to buy the good stuff. Now, you can get the freebies that you start out with, but they don't have a whole lot of stopping power. It's not as good as the polymer tips. So polymer tips are going to cost you a little over $500. I mean, wow, in this game, man, I'm telling you. Wait, look at this little guy. Hey, buddy, what's happening? Huh. Where'd you go? I got something for you. You get money for everything. Now, even the jackrabbits, that seems to be a really good money maker. In my previous game, I did restart because I wanted to change parks. Now, in my previous game, when I started in the Pacific Northwest, I bought a jackrabbit collar. And wow. Just wow, the amount of money that follows behind that. But the collar, it's expensive, and you got to get some levels up before you can use it. And so, that's something to consider. So we're not going to go that route today. Right now, we're going to actually, let's see, I want to set a blind up somewhere. We'll probably head over somewhere reasonably close. I like the lake area. But maybe just go ahead to this guy right here. That's where we'll go right there. So he's just a little off to the side. And we're going to work on this mission, which is supplies for Gunther. Good old Gunther was out doing his photography shoot, ran out of food, hasn't radioed in. He's probably lying, dying in a ditch somewhere. So we're going to go see if we can harvest an animal, get it to him, and he can live off of the goodness of our heart. Or the animal that we kill's heart. Okay, so it's behind us. We're just going to spin around here. And we want to head west-ish. The quad's pretty handy to have. If you don't have that DLC and you're serious about this game, I would highly recommend picking it up. It just saves you so much time. Like, even moving at a crawl through these thick areas is so much faster than it is to actually go and jump on it. And, rather than go and walk around, is what I should say. It takes forever on foot. Let's see, speaking of forever, we're coming up on it. It'll be to our left. What was I seeing there? Okay. It's going to be right over here somewhere. Should come in on our HUD here pretty soon. Look at all the droppings here. Now, there's also little things you can do. Like, for instance, you'll find these like little hunter shacks here and there. And you might find like a set of antlers from a moose. You pick up the antlers, you get XP, and now you're on the moose's track. So kind of cool. Definitely gives you, a little, whoa, that seemed a little extreme for what just happened there. Okay, now I thought this was going to be a blind, but it's not. Supply issue is more dire than we thought. Weather pounding the coast. We will need to head south and east to return to base camp. Okay, so this is Expedition 5. It's just a journal. We should get XP. Okay, well, we got added codex. So that's not where we wanted to go. We're looking for something. Some of these will be blinds. You have no real way of knowing which is which. Let's maybe head to this guy and see. So we'll go around the lake. And, yeah. Oh, and you can actually go between. That's kind of cool. Okay, so let's get back on the quad. And we'll cross the lake here. It should be like right over here. Ish. ish. Had a whole lot of fun last night just getting to know the game. Blasting. Literally running around, shooting everything I saw just to get some money and to get a little bit of XP. Was a whole lot of fun. I got to be honest. Trying to take on too big a game with this little gun. Now, let me explain something, guys. There is a thing called the ethical weapons. You want to get your ethical weapon going. That's the proper one for the animal to be killed with. And it is a thing. Okay, we want to go hard left. You get extra bonuses if you use the proper weapon. Now, not to say that you can't drop an animal with with a non-ethical weapon, but your chances are you're going to have to put multiple shots into it. Your shots will have to be bang on, and I mean bang on. You're not dropping a moose with your starter gun, which is unfortunate. I mean, you could. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you can't, but you really shouldn't. Is really what it comes down to. Okay, it should be somewhere around here. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, to our left. See, imagine doing all this on foot. Going around and finding all these little waypoints, which is kind of what I'm focusing on right now. You got a little XP for finding each one. There's rewards. There's all kinds of stuff. I'm not going to kill anything from this quad. People think quad hunting. Yeah, well, you're not riding around with your gun in one hand and the handlebars in the other. It just doesn't work. You've got to get off and you've got to either stalk your prey or you've got to ambush. You've got to sit and wait. Either way, it's definitely, there's a bit of an art to it. I got a number of kills, felt pretty good about it. I recorded some of it, and I had issues with my screen capture program. I've been trying to use OBS, but here we go, this is what we want. But I do have a rather nice program. There's something over there. Let's get our scope on that and take a look. What on earth is that? Okay, that's like weird. Some sort of station of some kind. All right, well, we're going to set this blind up at any rate. It's going to cost me $1,700, but we're going to do it. Because now we're afforded a pretty nice view. And it's a whole lot of sitting and waiting for the right thing to happen here. But look at the view we've got. Like, what a nice vista. And so what we got to do is we're going to have to get our deer calls out. Because that's what we're shooting for right now. We want deer. I'll take a rabbit. If any rabbits happen to come by. Of course I'll take a rabbit. But what we're really hoping for is to bring in some deer. So, let's get the bleat going. Now, you've got two of these. Let me show you real quick while we're waiting. Go into inventory. We'll go down to lures. You've got your Roe Deer Caller and your Deer Bleat Caller. So, let's see here. This Deer Caller generates an authentic bleat of a doe in estrus every time it is turned. Okay, so basically it's saying, hey, you're in the rut, come check me out, waving his little buttle around. Simple to use and irresistible to any nearby bucks and does. The bleat call has a low range but a high chance of attraction. So things have got to be pretty close for that to happen. Then you got the high quality collar, can be used to attract both male and female roe deer. Now, I haven't come across any roe deer at all, unfortunately. And so I'm going to go ahead and sit and wait, guys, and we'll come back when we get a little bit of action. All right. Okay, so unfortunately, let's take a look around here. We are losing our light. It's the end of the day, and it's starting to get dark. So we're going to have to head back and have a little nappy poo. And that's kind of the thing, That's the way hunting goes. Sometimes you see things, sometimes you don't. Now, today's been a little bit of a travel for me. I haven't done a whole lot of anything else except really the travel. Let's get out here. Run around, and I got my quad today, and I just got things all kinds of set up. So we're going to head off here. We'll go back and, because it gets to the point where you start looking down your scope and, you know, you can't identify what it is you're trying to shoot and whatnot. Yeah, a little bit of rock out there. Nice. Rip across this lake. We're not too far. Haha, that's awesome. Hitting ruts and going sideways. We're not too far from our outpost, which is one of the reasons I set that blind right there. I wanted to be close to the outpost, so we don't have to travel a whole ton at the end of the day. This here is like a radio station, solar panel, like a weather station. Looks like a weather station. Okay, let's just rock up these rocks. Yeah, woo! Uh-oh, don't get stuck. I don't know if that's a thing with these. We're just off-roading, man. I'd love a side-by-side. Cool, we got the quads, but where's the Razor? The Razor with all the hunting decor on it. Oh, wow, we're just... Okay. Jeez, I thought we would have rocked off those rocks, like sent sideways or something, but apparently not. So there definitely is some strategy to this. Now, what I see happening with this game is so many people are going to want to just wander and stalk their prey. Well, the problem with that is they hear you coming a mile away. Now, I've gotten kills doing it that way. You find the tracks, you start following the tracks, but you got to have patience. You've got to walk very light, very slowly. You know, don't go running through the bush everywhere. And certainly don't just pedal down like I've done here and fly through the bush. As I fly through the bush with the greatest of ease. It looks like on the bottom right underneath our, you can see we're doing, you know, around 30 kilometers an hour on average here at the moment. You can see the blue bar. I'm assuming that's fuel. Either that or it's health for the quad. Fuel makes more sense. Okay, in we go. Awesome. Lights are on, and nobody's home. Okay. Oh, look, there's a backpack. Can I just grab that backpack? All right, we're going to go ahead and rest. Okay. The shelter can be used to rest and wake up at a specific time by adjusting the alarm clock. The cost for resetting increases with each use temporarily, but is eventually reset after a period of time. Really? Okay. Well, I want to get up, and I want to be out at the crack of dawn, and I want to be over there. So let's say we get up at 4 o'clock. What, did we just rest? That's all there is to it. It's 4 o'clock. Okay, so we'll head back out now. It's still going to be dark, but we're going to close the door, just, you know, out of courtesy. While we're here, guys, we've got just a moment before we really need to rip out. This is your cache. Okay, in the cache, you're going to find all your goodies, your rifles that you can get. Now, we start with... okay, so it doesn't even show our model here. Oh, look, there is a scope. That's the scope we have right now. That's kind of interesting. I haven't scrolled through all this. But we start with the, what do we have? Is it a 223? No, we don't have the 223. We want to buy the 223. We got a 243, I believe. And you can see the prices is really what I wanted to show you. They're pricey. But you also need to fill these points on the rifle score. I've only got 99 rifle score. It's not a whole lot. I had a little more in my last game. And maybe I shouldn't have restarted, but I did. And here we are. It's also, you can get your rifle sights, shotgun sights, bow sights, your collars. Here's the rifles. That's what I wanted to show you. That's ammo. Here we go. Right here. So that's what you start with, is a 243. And it's the 223 that would be our next one to move up to. It's only $6,000. You can see I spent a lot of my money. I just spent $1,700 to build that blind we're going to go use. But, you know, you're looking at a lot of coin to really move up and to get some real nice units. I mean, it gets expensive. 270 hunts. Now, my buddy uses that gun, and he absolutely loves his 270. I'm a 30-06 guy, but, you know, I'm also not too fussed. Now, this is kind of cool, the fact that you can buy the bows, do some compound bow hunting. You buy your ammo in here. Right now, I'm using the polymer tip. You can see it cost me $530. I'll maybe I'll pick up some of these just so I have some, And there we go. Okay. Let's get to this while it's still dark then, my friends. We're going to head off. Oh, look at this. I never really, I haven't been in these. And I guess for good reason. Can't get up there. Well, that's when you keep everything away from the bears, so. All right. Back to our little spot. Oh, yeah, hold on. You can pull a Starsky and Hutch. Almost. Okay, so let's get our bearings where we're heading. We're going to just point straight at that blind right around here. It's already starting to get dark. Now, in the real world, when we go hunting, we head out when it's dark, and we make sure that we get set up in a good spot, preferably on a high-traffic game trail, somewhere where you know the deer are moving. And, you know, it's very important that you find, like, for instance, in the morning, they come down to the water sources. So it's good to set up down there. But after they've you know, drank themselves silly, they tend to head up and they go to high ground and they sun themselves. They bed down. Now, when they're in the rut, and that's really, if you can get hunting closest to the rut is, you know, really the best time. Wow, it did that to me again. It's hilarious. Oh, it even has a light on it somewhere. That's kind of cool. If you can get there when they're in the rut, you know, you don't have a whole lot of time because when they're fully in the rut, hunting season's over. But that's when they'll challenge you and they're curious and they're out and about and they're watching, checking things out. You know, it makes life a whole lot easier, especially mule deer. So we do a lot of hunting up here for whitetail and mule deer. Muleys are dumb. I don't know how else to say it. No offense, mule deer. If you're watching my video, mule deer, I mean no offense. Please line up for my sights. But they're just dumb animals, and they look dumb. They really do with their big dopey ears. But they're one of my favorite to hunt. I mean, they're stinky deer, unfortunately, but they're fantastic to hunt, especially as they get close to the rut, because they will come out and challenge you. We've been driving down the road on the way to our spot. I kid you not, driving down the road, and a mule deer stepped out in front of us to challenge our truck. Like, dude, you don't even know what's about to happen to you. You know, like, you want to go and get set up, but when, you know, you get a gift wrap present like that, you just got to take it. Okay, we've got to actually be right over here. There it is there. Now, I would never take a quad through the bush like we do in this game. There's always trails. And there are trails here. Having said that, I got a buddy who's got a Polaris side-by-side. A Razor. Sorry, it's a Razor, and it's done right up. I mean, it is sick. And let's just put this behind here. Hey, why aren't you... There we go. Don't keep running. Let's get into our blind here. And he's taking that Razor, like, cruising along, let's go down there, and makes a complete turn and just dives into the bush, skinning over stumps and deadfall and scare the bejeebus out of you. Okay, here we are. We'll scope the other side of that lake. Now, hopefully we'll get something, just walk right out onto that lake. Let's give ourselves a little spray here. Okay, and throw a little bleed out. Beautiful. We don't need to use the Roe Deer because we do not have the Roe Deer. And now it's a little bit of a waiting game. So the nice thing is here, because we're not on the move, when we hold our breath, we can get a lot closer to what it is we're trying to do there. We can hold our breath longer because we haven't exerted ourselves. There's those morning calls. Absolutely love it. I can't wait. I'm going on my hunting trip here in a few days. And it's towards the end of the season up here for whitetails. By the time we get up there, muley will be closed. But we get to hunt moose as well. So getting the tags for moose. And it's just, it's going to be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to it. We're pulling my trailer up there, which I've never had my trailer hunting before. It's a bit big to get into a lot of spots, but the camp we're going to is fantastic. So we're ready. We are absolutely ready, and I got my whole crew that's coming with me. There's 4 of my closest friends, and we go every year. Well, 3 of us go every year, and we've got a few others that show up. But one of our other buddies has decided to get into hunting. He's already got his PAL, so he's got his gun license. He owns a 30-06, so he wants to come up and shoot off some rounds and whatnot. And we typically do that at the end of the day. We get back to camp and, controlled setting. We set up some pie plates and off we go, man. It'll be fun. So I'm looking forward to it. Now, we do have the option of shooting out to the side. We're just screwed if anything comes behind us. However, I don't think it will because the wind is blowing that direction. As you can see, just by watching the snow, you don't even have to look at our little cheaty mini-map there, which we wouldn't have in real life. I'm curious if there's like a hardcore mode that we can get rid of all that. I would rather not see it on my HUD. There we go. Let's see what time it is. 4:36. So the animals will be moving here pretty quick. I'm expecting that we are going to see something. That something will come on through. Interesting how you move forward and back and the light kind of dims on you. Something my buddy uses is he has a lit up scope. And it's kind of neat. You know, the crosshairs light right up and the scope's got a little more magnifying power. And it looks pretty cool. I've never taken anything down with it, but I've messed around with it and done a little target practice with it. Quite enjoy it. Okay, my friends. Well, I'm going to leave you here. We'll cut back as soon as we get our eyes on something. All right. Okay, so I've gone for a hike all around the area here, and like I'm not even finding any track. I'm not finding any spoor whatsoever. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to move to... I haven't explored the entire area of the map yet. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to relocate. And I'll show you where I'm looking to go. So far, you can see the area I've kind of stuck to. And it's been pretty good. There was quite a bit happening in, down, and around here. And I would assume that's because they can get at the water. So I'm going to go and check this area first. And then I really want to head over down to this forested area and see if we can get this far. I'm pretty sure we can head over here. Close to where the mountainous region is. Okay, so that's that moose. There was a moose when I was out looking around. The problem is I don't really have the rifle for a moose. I mean, I could try on it. If it presented itself, I might give it a shot. But realistically, I'm just going to wound the animal. It's going to run away. It would have to be a ideal situation. Okay. So we're going to head off this way. Let's see if we can... So this is where I'm kind of going between my gamepad and I'm using my mouse and keyboard. I feel like the mouse and keyboard is just way more accurate for shooting. But everything else is so much more enjoyable with the gamepad. So I've got them both sitting right here. It's nice that you can toggle between the two. I know some people will call me crazy for having done so, but I enjoy using the gamepad. I used to be a big console gamer back in the day before I really got into PC. And I'm fully PC now. However, I do like to use the gamepad when applicable. Is that something on the lake right there? Oh, and it's just another weather station. Okay, so we just made a whole bunch of noise coming in here. I don't expect to find a whole lot just yet. That doesn't look good. Yeah, there we go. Let's go see if we can blast out onto this lake here. Oh, yeah. With a little bit of ups and downs. What do we got here? Looks like links. You know, we're not going to get anything while in the back of the quad. I'd be really surprised. Unless we, you know, run up on something and scare it out. Chances are slim, though. Get up off of that. That lake wasn't so hospitable. Better going through the tall stuff here. Okay, there's our little monument landmark. As you notice from the noise indicator in the bottom right, it doesn't matter if I'm on the gas or if I've let off. You're just making a ton of noise. You're scaring everything away for miles and miles around. Okay, and this was my little hunting ground there last night. I got quite a few shots on, there was reindeer crossing here, there was bear, and, you know, just such a beautiful spot. Okay, we'll switch over mouse and keyboard now. Let's get down here and we'll take a little look-see. We're making a bit of noise at the moment. I want to try and move up here and we'll take a look along the lake line. See if we can find anything here. I came through here last night, and I'm not even kidding. Like, right off the hop, there was 4 reindeer crossing this frozen over river here, and there was 2 bear on the far side. It was like they were all hanging out together. I'm not seeing anything. So we're looking okay to cross that way. Okay, so we're not scaring anything. Let's boogaloo here and get out of the open. You can see us from a mile away. And hear me because I'm running, which isn't the most ideal thing to do. Okay, and I do believe the quad will be on the map. Yes, it is. So we're going to do a little walkabout here and see if we can pick up any trails. I don't know if we really need to worry about anything. Here's look at our hunter mate here. Okay. Would love to find some track here. Would be nice. However, we're not seeing anything just yet. Reindeer, that's fantastic. Okay, we're going to move nice and slow towards that. It's a little ways off, but, you know, you spook them otherwise, right? So we should be able to take a reindeer, I would hope, with this rifle. Move up as close as we can here without giving ourselves away. I'm constantly watching that sound meter in the bottom right. My sound, I learned right away in this game, it gives you away. And I mean, they hear you from a mile away. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Man, this is exactly the country I'm about to head into in a couple days. There's a bunch of snow up there already. And snow's great for tracking. It's one of the reasons I wanted to come here to Medved. It's some of the most successful hunting I have had has been in the snow. Makes it a bit of a pain getting around. You know, you have a bit of a hard time getting to your locations, I should say, because the area we're heading to, we know it very, very well. But to have to get in there and, you know, get up to your favorite spot, even with the chains on the wheels, it's not always enough. So I'd like to stay close to the edge here and be able to peek out. Let's maybe a little squirty mating call. I don't think this will have the desired effect, but we're going to try. For deer, but you know, it's a whole thing. Inter-species relationships. And then we might be close to it. I thought I saw a top of an antler there. Haven't even found any track yet, so chances are they're moving towards me. I've got the wind mostly at my back and a southwesterly, so that kind of works. This is the direction we want to be heading. Ideally, you'd want to head northeast right now, but this works. So we'll just slowly keep creeping through here. Okay, this might afford us a bit of a peek over here now, if we can get up onto this little rocky ridge. Wrong way, go this one. Because we are quite visible right now. See if we move into the brush a little bit here. This might just be a great spot to set up. That was my shooting gallery last night, I do believe. Let's take a look at our map here. Oh no, we were a little further along, so I'm not even quite there yet. But I know that the animals are moving that direction. Or they were yesterday at any rate. They really seem to like it over there. I'm tempted to head up river a little bit further, but you know, there was one right over there. We are so not visible right now. You can see in the bottom right, in between the heart and the sound, when you're visible. Watch, I'll move up a little. See how the little dot came in there? Now we're not. So we're camouflaged enough. We're in amongst the trees. So if something walked out here, we would be perfectly set up. However, if anything came from this way, from here over, we're screwed because of the wind. Okay. Oh. Little Ferris. I'm not going to scare away the reindeer to shoot you little guys. Hi, guys. keep on moving up here, huh? I'm going to get a little more in position here. Nope, nothing yet. Take our time going through the brush here. There's some tracks right there. Trot. So you went in and you turned. We're following back along his track, so he's heading the opposite direction. So if he's behind us, we're done there. All right, well, let's see if we can track this guy a little bit. Had some success with it last night. Okay, so you went that way. And you went along and you went this way. Nice to find some droppings and see, you know, when you came through here. See, unfortunately, we're tracking the wrong direction here. You went right across here, didn't you? That was that guy we heard, I'll bet you. So we heard him when he was here, and we heard him when he crossed. And our quad's parked right over there. Okay. Well, we're going to head back upstream then. There's no point following that guy. Stick to the brush a little bit. Get a little distance on here. Back the opposite direction. Oh, yes, sir. Well, we'll find something here. Don't you worry, guys. We'll find something. It's much like the real hunt. It's not like they're all lined up just waiting to be shot. You know, this ain't Deer Hunter. This is a real-world hunting simulation. So you're going to spend some time looking, and sometimes you're just not going to see anything. Unless you know the areas. And that, I guess, would come with experience on the map. And, you know, I'm still pretty new to the games. Maybe I'm doing it all wrong. You know? I'm just assuming that we hunt the same as we would in the real world. It must be hunters. Whoever developed this game must be a hunt. You know, they must have a hunting background, or definitely had someone to consult. I saw lynx over here last night. There was all kinds of reindeer. So that was behind us over this direction. As long as he doesn't keep moving to the left, we'd be all right to maybe get our eyes on him. It's nice and early here at the time of my recording, first thing in the morning, so it's kind of fitting that that's when we're out and about here at the moment. It's kind of nice. Adds a little sense of immersion. Keep our noise down as much as we can here. And just trying to advance up a little. Where were you? You were over this way. That's exactly what we want. Yes, we want deer right now. We can drop those. Should be able to get them with a one shot if we get a good placement on it. So we will give a little spray. And throw a little bleed out there. Come on, old boy. You know, looking at the lures, the different colors, and oh my God, man, they are expensive. $10K for the rabbit one, it blew me away. But you make your money back. He's a whole lot closer now. The wind is working in our favor. Get around this rock. We might have a view on something. I don't want to run because I don't want to scare it. Keep that noise right down. So he is moving this direction. Oh, of course. Stupid rock. The sun on the scope. This might be difficult to see here. Actually, it's a little off to the side, so it might be all right. He's right over here. Did we get her? Now we should have. Run over here and see if we can find some blood. What is this? Oh, was this my marking last night? I found that they come here to feed, right? It was. Where did it go? I don't even see any blood. I know we were on it. It was right down here. Did I completely miss it? That should have been a perfect spine shot. Right here. There she is. Oh, actually, we got her in the lung. Yeah, I did hit the spine, coming down at an angle, got it in the lung. $559.54 XP. That was a successful hunt. Ha ha ha. $2,500 cash reward on top of. So that's good. Plus 500 XP reward. That's just great. We will take that. And to boot, we have completed our mission. So now our next one here. Even with all the trouble he's you and me, nobody deserves to starve. Well, anyway, you'll find him at the So she's marked him. So all I got to do now is go and hand this in. So if we look on our map, it should be listed somewhere around here. Let's see. Let's zoom out a little bit. Where are you? She says she's listed him. Hunting structure. Landmark. Outpost. Okay. Oh, maybe I haven't. Yeah, let's track. No, we go tag and meet up. Track mission. Okay, and then he should be somewhere on our map. Travel to Gunther's camp. Well, being new to the game and all, I mean, it looks as if it might be somewhere in here. This area is highlighted, so we can definitely go and check that out. My quad's back here, so I'll just walk across there, and we'll see what it's all about. So when I came through here, I found that the deer were grazing here. That's what this was all about. Oh. There's a reindeer. Oh my. We're going to take the broadside. You should not be running from that. Did it just go down? It's hard to tell. Okay, we're going to run over and take a look. That's the direction we're going. And I know I definitely... I mean, it looked like a lung shot, but this gun doesn't have the penetration to get a 2 lung off the 1 shot, which is most unfortunate. So we'll see what we got here. Run across, making all kinds of noise, but we're not worried about that. We just shot our gun. I'm surprised they were even that close after that last kill. Okay, we want to go and find... Here we go. Bleed rate. A low bleed rate, really. Okay. Still doesn't mean, I mean, just the fact that it's a low bleed rate doesn't mean it's not going to drop them. Very low. Oh, so the second, I hit them both. The second one I shot at was the other one. Interesting. And they're both kind of somewhat together here, so we'll follow this and see what we find. Looks like they're still mostly together. That's handy since we shot them both. There we go over here. And there it is. Fantastic. Okay. Flesh right lung. Beautiful shot. We will take that. We'll take all the XP and cash that goes with it. Okay, so a very low bleed rate, but that's okay. We can follow that. I felt as if I'd had this one on a spine shot. Now it's at a full run, so we'll see where it leads us here, if we've managed to get it. Where? Right there. So definitely one of the first things you're going to want to do, guys, is not shoot your gun accidentally. Huh. Wow. Let's just scare everything for no particular reason. No, definitely what you're going to want to do. We'll mark this while we're here. Add these feed zones in. I'll add this in as well. Come back, pick this back up. You're going to want to make sure that you do the proper tracking. What you want to put everything onto and your skills. And we'll talk about that in just a second. Here we are. There we go. It's a female. And made some money off it. Trophy rating 78. Interesting that these female musk deers have antlers. That's pretty cool. Wow, we've got something else over here. A wild boar. Now, there's something I haven't shot yet. But that's going to have to be for another episode, guys. I want to thank you for joining me. And, you know, I really didn't put any plugs at the beginning of this episode. I jumped right into things because I was excited. But if you are new to the channel, you've watched this far, I'd really appreciate if you hit that subscribe so we can hang out again. If you're a long-time running subscriber, I want to thank you for your continued support. Make sure you hit that like button. Let me know you want to see more of this. And, of course, guys, jump on into Discord if you haven't yet. Come and say hi. It's our ever-growing community. That is the hub of our community because, obviously, we can all communicate there. And there's lots going on right now, guys, that we would love for you to be part of. There's something right there just before we go. There we go. What a way to end a video. Well, we'll hold on just a second, see if I pick this up. Holy. Trying to say goodbye, and there's just so much game around here. Let's see, there should be... There we go. Vital hit. All right, so we got this guy. Oh, no. Let's come back here. Pretty sure you went off this way. There you go. Okay, I'm just going to interject here. I am doing a voice narration over the last part of my video. Unfortunately, what has happened, for some reason, my video did crap out on me. My recording software stopped evenly right at the 1 hour mark, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Something's out to get me. But I did get the kill. It was confirmed. I got the trophy, and I just am not able to show you this, unfortunately. But what a great way to end a successful hunt. We had a great time here today. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please, if you haven't by now, as I've said before, hit that subscribe button, join the Discord, jump into the community, and hit that like button if you want to see more. Okay, my friends, I'm the Beer with Comply Entertainment. This is Hunter Call of the Wild, and I will catch you guys next time. All right.